Just making sure you're here. Pull this up on YouTube just because I know it shouldn't ever be an issue, but sometimes Facebook likes to crash on me if I leave it open. Alright. Good luck to you, Cameron Cam. I don't know what you go by, but appreciate you joining the group and getting a personal box here. Anybody else wants any Chrome update series, I have the prices in the corner. If you want anything else, let me know and I'll get you the price. I just grabbed the prices from the personal post that I put up for Chrome update. I have other things. Like I mentioned, anybody that comes in here watching, I'm going to be doing probably some pre-fills for museum collection tomorrow. Here and we get rolling. Chrome update hobby box 1 auto. Good luck. 24 packs, 4 cards per pack. The first personal this we did yesterday for I can't think of his name right now. For Joe, went over pretty well. So we'll see how this one goes. Hopefully it'll bring the same amount of hits in the sense of quality. So you're in Colorado Springs. So I was gonna say, I think there's one big hobby shop there, right? The Iron Line or the Lion's Den or something like that, right? I go out there every year to play softball in a military tournament. They grab top loaders. It's something with a line in it. Yeah, I haven't heard of Ice Johns. I have Batten, Caballeros, we have Batty, Hedrick, Logan Allen, James McCann, we got J-Rod, Ahmed, Mason Miller, Syndergaard, Ezekiel Tovar on the refractor, Battenfield, Casey Schmidt, get a 156 out of 399, Mason Miller. Oh, LCS, my bad. I looked over and I saw IC in my brain, and it's obviously LCS, but it looked like an I, so I thought it was ice because I just was looking out the corner of my eye. We have Alvarez, Tate, my bad. We have Terrain, Dominic Fletcher, Kelly, Ryu, and Adley Rutschman on the Future Stars. We have Pasquantino on the refractor. Yarbrough, Pasquantino again, Casey Schmidt, Rafael Devers. We have Alou. Garrett Stubbs, Grayson Rodriguez Alvarez, Andrew Benintendi, Fairchild. We have Gunnar Henderson. Juan Yepez. Oh, it's his second year. I was like, why is Yepez not a rookie? My bad. We have Brenton Doyle. I thought at first that was a photo variation. I was like, why does Juan Yepez have a photo variation? We have Pache, Yoshida, Walker, Beebe, G-Man Choi, Rochio, Anthony Volpe. We have Rodriguez, Hayward, Mervis. I have Casey Schmidt on the refractor and Tyler Anderson. We got Andrus, Bird, Adley Rutschman, Juan Nen, Kyle Lewis, Caballero, Marcus Stroman, Urshela. Got Brett Phillips, Levi Stout, Brandon Fatt on the refractor, Julian. Miller, Perkins, and Juan Soto. Joey Diaz, Bobby Miller, Jeter Downs, Fernando Tatis Jr., Dylan Dodd, Jared Schuster. For the Phillies on the autograph, we have Cal Stevenson on the purple speckle. 213 out of 299. Miguel Amaya on the refractor, Colas, Sam Hilliard, Elvis Andrus, Sandy Alcantara, Weimer, Corey Julks, and Hayes. Otani, Williams, Lugamina, Alexander, O'Hoppe, Riley Green, Miller. We have 71 out of 125, Blake Sabol on the green-blue lava. We have Corbin Carroll, Reese McGuire, Lopez, Hicklin, Caprillion, Randy Vasquez, Gregory Soto, Amaya, Gregory Soto again, and Teoscar Hernandez. Second Gregory Soto was a refractor. And that's going to be the box. Probably not the huge hits we're looking for here. You got a Cal Stevenson on the purple speckle. Ooh. As Mason Miller gets knocked over. Mason Miller on the fuchsia and Blake Sabol on the green, blue lava, which, I mean, I don't know what they're going to do at catcher. They have like a three-man rotation at catcher for the Giants right now. Yeah, I was going to say, I don't know where else you were breaking at the... Oh, just base autographs? I was going to say, that's always troublesome. What I will say here when it comes to least group breaks and whatever else, I was going to say, protection of the cards, even the lower cards, are probably better than most places that are at least my size. I mean, I'm sure little guys take care of cards. I would hope they do. I don't know how else you build a following if you're not taking the time to sleeve and top load people's cards. I don't understand. I mean, I guess whenever you're like a factory, some of the big, really big guys, and they're doing 5 to 10 breaks a day. Well, they have like teams of people. I don't know. I never understood how somebody like I'm not gonna name names, but any of the big guys that are like have whole teams of sorters, how they can't get people to top load sleeve rookie cards. Like, I guess it affects their bottom line or whatever. Sit here for a second, just in case anybody pops in and wants anything. One of the biggest reasons I actually started breaking was one of the guys is bigger on Facebook now. He's about double my size. I had a bunch of... I used to get a lot of his random breaks just because I personally always liked random breaks over pick your team breaks because I was a Pirates fan and the Pirates were expensive in 2021 because of Hayes. And you have to like beat people out because Hayes was like one of the chases, right? Him and Dylan Carlson. So he sent me a shit ton of, because I got the Dodgers a couple breaks in a row. He sent me a shit ton of Bobby Miller, like refractors, base, first Bowman, and who's the other guy? Michael Bush. They were both in the same draft class from 2020, and he sent me a bunch of them, like not even sleeved. Like, this shit pissed me off so much. I was like, if this asshat that has no personality, doesn't even know baseball, says he's a White Sox fan and pronounces Luis Robert's name as Louis Robert, does this shit, I was like, I can do this shit better. I was on already had a YouTube channel for like MLB The Show, so I was like, I can talk on a camera. I just need. So me and my buddies started the break group, and then all three of them quit before like the first couple months because they didn't realize it was like hard. Like obviously you're starting a business. They didn't realize it was hard to start a business or whatever. I mean, yeah, I get it. People don't want to top load first Bowman. Like, I understand that. Like, draft almost kills me every year because actually I gotta probably start to order some top loaders because draft coming out, there's a lot of stuff. But yeah, people they're not sleeving cards is kind of crazy. Like, not sleeving. I mean, you don't know who's going to be a good rookie. I know that some of these guys in this box are clearly not going to be anything. Some of them are like almost 30 years old, but I'm not going to separate those guys from another guy with a rookie card. That takes even longer. Oh, look, it's James. I was going to say he magically showed up. Yeah, there's a few guys that, from my understanding, the Iron Lion guy is pretty good. I had a guy that was in the Air Force that was stationed out there in the mountain. That's out there, and he used to get in breaks over here, but I haven't seen him in a while unless he got stationed overseas or just. I know a lot of guys have been like getting in and out of the hobby, so I should probably actually message him and make sure he's doing okay. He didn't even put a post in the Veterans Day thing. He might have got deployed. I think he said he had a deployment coming up. I'm like so terrible with names too. Like I couldn't even remember Joe Gastucci's name, and he literally has the same first name as me. Like, that's wild though. Like, I mean, it's good that, don't get me wrong, it's good to have, like, give people jobs, because like I said, I'm going to get somebody hiring me in logistics. My biggest issue with the bigger breakers is, like, I built a brand where, like, people want to break with, like, me personally. So, like, even some of the other breakers that have combined and picked up smaller breakers, like, then those guys get completely off the mic. Like, they don't ever do any breaks. They'll do a break, like, once every 2 weeks, which is, like, crazy to me. Like, I don't understand how you go from like building your group up or building your company up and breaking every single day to just giving it up. Like I couldn't even imagine that. Like I don't understand how you build relationships with people and then just they're like, oh, one day like fuck it, like I'm not gonna get on the mic anymore. Like that shit, that's always wild to me. Part of my language. If these kids are watching, you're just gonna have to roll with it. But did you find the internet, James? I'm not worried about. I know you and Steven got me for the definitive break. I just want to make sure that you're okay. Yeah, that's another thing too, is like and it's funny, like the one breaker I'm thinking of in particular, like he'll call in one of the guys, he didn't merge with him, he had to move to where he's at and start the break for him. But he'll have, like, one of the guys, whenever they're, like, struggling to fill, he'll have one of the guys that normally just is in the store and doesn't actually break. He'll have one of the guys come and be like, oh, he's breaking today. And then, like, some of the guys that used to break with him in his group will come back into, like, the bigger group and break. For, like, a couple breaks, it's funny. Like, you can tell when they're struggling. I'm like, oh, like, Zach's about to break next week or tomorrow or whatever because they're struggling to fill. They're not filling as fast as the main guy wants to fill, so he's going to bring in another guy to break because he knows that some of his guys will get in breaks that normally wouldn't get in breaks. That shit cracks me up too, I'll just say. It's like clockwork. Like I always, one of the dudes in the group, I'll be like, yo, like your buddy's about to break, because he was in both of our groups. That's actually how one of the guys in the group joined my group was. The dude was breaking, and I'm originally from Pittsburgh, so one guy found me that grew up like in the town next to me. Like, we didn't know anybody when I was out there, but then he invited his cousin. His cousin was in the guy's group I'm talking about that went to the bigger group. I'm trying to leave names out of it because I don't want to cause any beef for no reason, but I'll just say because some people get butthurt over everything. But so he invited the dude that I'm talking about now, and me and him always like, I'm like, look, he's about to break. I was like, if you want to get one of his breaks, tomorrow is going to be the day. Like, but it's wild to me. I was gonna say a lot of people are sellouts too, man. They'll sell out for money or don't want to work hard anymore, so they'll sell out and give up and just go work for somebody, which is fine. Like, don't get me wrong, not everybody can start a company and be successful. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying, like, if you build a group up on Facebook where you have over 1,500 people and you just give up, like, it's fine if you just give up and you're like, I don't want to do it anymore, or go back to like your regular life, but to go work for somebody else and like just sell out, just I don't understand it. Like, there's so many other ways to like be profitable in this industry and like survive. But yeah, like it's just is what it is. But I'm gonna hop off of here because I don't think anybody else is buying anything. Ryan, I know you messaged me. I'll message you back, man. I looked because you popped in the definitive break and I forgot to message you back. The answer is, if you're in here still, is no. I'm not running any more Bowman Chrome football breaks. But if you want personals, I obviously have them for that. I still have like a quarter case of each, or maybe a half case of each size of the Breakers of Light and the Hobby. I was thinking about maybe trying to do something in TikTok shop. I got to figure out what I need to figure out on TikTok is I need to do some tests. I want to know if I can go live, but still with a microphone. Like, I think you have to go live on your phone, but I don't want to use like the phone's audio. And I want to know if you can go live, how they go. I want to know how people go live and get like a second camera, because I need to ask some questions at TikTok to see if I can integrate it somehow into an API. Of course, Cam, I appreciate it, man. Have a good night and be safe. But I want to know if I can somehow integrate what they use as an API into Streamlabs so I can keep my same stream setup. If I can't, I can't. It is what it is. But I'm definitely going to try to start to do at least some stuff on TikTok Live, because they seem to offer people really good coupons, so I think personals will do a little bit better there. And a lot of people buy Pokemon and other shit there. I'm never going to get rid of Facebook or like the way this setup is for group breaks at all. Just trying to find an extra avenue, because Fanatics and Tops isn't forcing me to take product, but they offer me like even more product than I take, and they don't get mad about it, but they're like, hey, like, why didn't you take this? And then they want a bunch of feedback, and then I got to explain like I'm not big enough to take that much product, and I just don't want it long term to affect me. But you guys have a good night and be safe. I appreciate y'all as always. I'll see you tomorrow, hopefully for some museum collection pre-fills and to fill up some of this other Topps Chrome update series breaks. Have a good night.